Hi guys, I am Bogdan, the owner of DNN Sharp. The topic today is about allowing less than admin users to manage DNN settings. So it's not about the content where you can maybe give permission to an HTML module to a user. It's about managing page settings, module settings, or portal settings. And I hear this quite a lot. I also heard it at DNN Connect in Italy, and I hear it from my customer from time to time. We have a few topics on our forums on this, and we do have a solution on this. Very few of people know about it, so I'm making this video hoping that it will spread. And the solution basically involves action form, expose the fields that you want to a certain user, a certain role, for example, and then use a special action, which is called update page settings, for example, to populate those settings. And it also supports custom settings, so you can create your own page settings and use them inside the page content, for example, using my tokens. So I think that's enough talking. I will just go into the demo, and I will show you how everything works. I will start, of course, with a new action form. We'll do everything from scratch. A blank form. And let's say that I want to change the title of the page. So I will use a text box. I will call it title. And then I will use a button, call it update. And in this button, I have some action here called DNN, update page. There are a lot of DNN actions, and all of this, or most of this, come with special add-ons. So basically this page action was one of the first add-ons that we've implemented for action form. So it's been around about maybe 6-7 months, something like that. So now I've added an action to update the page. And here I have a bunch of settings. Most important is the first one, which identifies which tab we want to update, which page we want to update. If we leave it empty, it will update the current page, but we have the option to update a different page. So for example, I can put the form on a page to update a different page. So it's very flexible. And I can use here a type ID, or I can use even a tab path. I could write like this: home, sub, home page. And you can find these paths in the database, in the tabs table. I'll just leave it empty. Then you get to specify a page name, a page title, descriptions, and so on. I will not go through all the settings. You can explore by yourself. What I want to show right now is how we can update page titles. So I don't want to allow the less than admin user to change, for example, page name, because that would break the URLs, the CEO rules, everything. So I only want to allow the less than admin user to update the page title. And here I can reference the title field using this token syntax. So this basically means at submit time, get the value that was submitted in the title field and put it here. Use it as the page title. So that's about everything that I have to set up to get the most basic update title form. And we will go back, test this now as a admin. So I'll test this everything as an admin, and at the end I will log in as a regular user and demonstrate what the regular user can do. So let's say I've just edited this title, update. And now you see here at the top in the browser bar, now it says I've just edited this title. So it updated. Now what I would like here to be smoother, I would like the page title to be preloaded in the form, because maybe I just want to make a small change. And this is also can be done very easy, but I will show you the less easy way first, because it will work in many more scenarios. So there is another action called load page, which does the same thing, gets a page identifier and loads the page information into the context. And this, I mean the form context. And once you load it into the context, it can go in the form fields, or you can use it in other actions down the stack, in the same stack. So what I am going to do here, I'm going to store the page title in the title field. And that's everything that I have to do here. Save. Go back. And you see, I just got my title loaded here. Now, this was the most complex way, because this will work for even if the form is on one page and you try to update a different page. This will work, the update page actions. But you can get it working more simply if it's on the same page, just using the tab tokens, because these are available with DNN, with standard DNN tokens. But I think in particular this title token is not available in DNN, it only comes with my tokens. So you need to have my tokens installed for this token to work. So let's save and confirm that we get the same effect. Yes, that's correct. So far I've used one of the standard page settings. There are a lot of standard page settings to modify here. Okay, so looks like I deleted the update instead of the load. Update page. So we can update the title, description, keyword, start date. We can even update the permissions. So I can say for example, give the view permission and give it a role list here. So it's actually very powerful. You can build a whole administration, a custom administration portal or pages using only action form and these actions. So you can, because there are many other actions around this, like create page. So you're not limited to update the page. You can create a new page. And you can delete pages. So you can basically build a lot with this. But what I want to do now is I want to add a custom property. So one that doesn't exist in tab settings. So let's say that we want to give this page a price. And in this price, we will put the value again from a field. And I'll call this field differently to avoid confusion. It doesn't matter, but I just want to avoid confusion. And I'll call it amount. So let me also add it. Amount. Okay. So what I did here, I just specified the custom setting, gave it a name and gave it a value. Here I could again use my tokens or just put a value. I want to put a hard-coded value that I know. In this case, I choose to connect it to a form field. And now that we have these custom settings, update, we can use it inside this page using my tokens and using also still the standard tab object, because we've extended in my tokens with these new properties. So let me, first of all, I want to load it back into amount like I did with the title. So I can put it here like this, tab, price. Again, you will need my tokens for this. The standard tokens will not work. The standard tokens are limited to only the properties that are exposed, and not all, only a few of them. You can actually go and check the DNN documentation. We also have it on our my tokens documentation site. Okay, I'm saving this. I'm going back to confirm that it worked. Okay, let me see what I did here. Sorry, that's fixed. It was just a small bug. These custom settings I just added it today into page actions. So if you're interested in this solution, you also have to make sure that you have the latest version of this page actions add-on. As a matter of fact, you also need the latest version of my tokens and maybe the latest version of action form, just to be sure. Okay, so now you see I have the price here. Now what I want to do is I want to actually add an HTML module. Maybe it will have a bunch of text, and at some point it will have the price. I don't want to let a site less than administrator users to mess with the HTML module, because they would break formatting, they would start putting all sort of crap in there. I just want them I just want to allow them to change the price through this form. So let me edit this page, add some lorem ipsum, and then the tab price token. This will not work in HTML module until you go into the module settings and enable token replacements in HTML module settings. Okay, now update. So now you see lorem ipsum 20. Maybe I can put, I'm not restricted to putting numbers, so maybe I put also a currency. Okay, and also I want to change the layout of the form because I don't like it. It looks too ugly with the button in the middle. Okay, so now we're all set. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to set up this page in such a way that only a certain role will see this module, this action form module, and I will call that role less than admin user. So let me go into the setting, into permissions, and I see I already have a role 1 here. I'll just use this as the less the admin role and save it. Now let me find some users in this role. I think I have some other Bogdans in here on this side. There are a lot of them. As a joke, that's our secret at DNN Sharp. We have a lot of Bogdans, and that's how we get so much stuff done. So let me check some Bogdan here. Yeah, that worked. So now I'm on the page actions page. I can see this HTML module, this action form module, because I am in role 1. And here I get to update the data, update it. It will update also real fast. It's way faster than the standard page administration, because it doesn't do all that logic, all that checks. It's just simple to whatever you need. And now if I were to log out and go to this page, I will not see the action form module because I'm not logged in as a role 1 or administrator, but I still see the updated title and the currency. So I think this is basically it. As you can see, it was very fast to set up. You can go, for example, to our site, to action form add-ons, and you'll see we have a bunch of add-ons here. This is the page action right here. But we also have the module actions here. And what I want to do, depending on how much interest this video will get, I also want to do it the same principle for portal settings and for portal settings, and also creating and updating portals, and for host settings. So we'll have the complete cycle of managing the standard entities, the basic entities in DNN. Remember that you need the latest versions of all of this: action form, DNN page actions, and my tokens. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video and it will open new possibilities for you. Thank you for your time.